In this video, we will learn how to convert the equation of a circle from general form to standard form. This is general form. Notice the lack of parentheses. Standard form, which is our target, is when you have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to the radius squared. Once we rearrange this into this form, it will be in standard form. The way you do that is by completing the square. The first step is to collect your terms that have the same variable. So like these are both x terms, so I'm going to put those together. So that will be x squared minus 22x. Leave a gap here. And then we have some y terms. So we have y squared and negative 4y. So those go together. So I'll have plus y squared minus 4y. Now this constant here is on the wrong side. Let's just get it out of the way by subtracting 66 from both sides. So that's going to leave a gap here. That's going to leave us negative 66 right now. Now, to complete the square, we need to do half the middle squared. Half of 22 is 11. 11 squared is 121. So I need to add that on both sides. Half of 4 squared is 2. 2 squared is 4. So I need to add 4 to both sides. Okay, now that I completed the square, this should factor as the same thing twice. All right, it would be x minus 11 times x minus 11. Okay, because 11 times 11 is 121. Of course, the point of completing the square was so we could write it as x minus 11 squared, like that. See how we're getting closer to standard form? Let's do the same thing with the y's. Okay, so this should factor as y minus 2 times y minus 2. But of course, that's the same thing as y minus 2 squared. All right, let's see what we get on the other side of the equation. So I've got negative 66 plus 121 plus 4. All right, so I've got negative 66 plus 121 plus 4. So that's going to give me 59. And that is it. This is standard form. All right, now if I were to ask you for the center or the radius, you could tell me. All right, because the center, for example, would be 11, 2. And the radius would be the square root of 59. All right, but I didn't ask you for that this time. All right, let's do number 6. Number 6. We need to get the x squared term over here on the left. So I'm going to add x squared to both sides. And we need to move the 22 over to the left as well. So I'm going to subtract 22x from both sides. So far, that's going to give me x squared minus 22x, okay, from right there. And then leave a space. And then we've got y squared. And then I've got this plus 106 is equal to 0. All right, so I just moved everything over to the left. Now we need to move the 106 over to the right, get that out of the way. So I am going to subtract 106 from both sides. Okay, so that's going to give me x squared minus 22x, leave a space, plus y squared is equal to negative 106. Now, when you just have y squared with no other y term, there's no completing the square. You're done with the y. It's just y squared. That's it. It's like a 0 as far as the center value. So we will only be completing the square with the x's. And so here we go. Half of the middle squared. So half of this is 11. 11 squared is 121. So positive 121 on both sides. Okay, now over here, this is going to now factor as x minus 11 twice. So I've got that, all right, plus the y squared. So it's just a matter of whatever this is. So what's that, like 15 or something? Yeah, so that's it. So this is the equation in standard form. Notice if I asked you for the center, you would say 11, 0, and the radius would be radical 15. Here endeth the lesson.